Then, now, forever. Together.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the entertainment capital of the desert. This is Las Vegas, Nevada, the focal point of the sports entertainment world this week. This is the home of the Las Vegas Raiders of the NFL. This is Allegiant Stadium, which will host WrestleMania Saturday and WrestleMania Sunday, an historic two-night event. But today, we are live outside the T-Mobile Arena, which will host not only Friday Night SmackDown tonight, but also today's WrestleMania kickoff show. And the stars are out tonight for the kickoff show in Vegas, including this man. Main event, Jey Uso heads into the biggest match of his career to kick off WrestleMania Saturday with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line against this man, the Ring General, Gunther. And the question on everyone's mind is the Ring General out of control heading into his title defense at WrestleMania. On WrestleMania Sunday, it'll kick off with the Women's World title. The current champion is Io Sky. She'll have no champion's advantage in a triple threat match. Also in this triple threat match, none other than the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair has had a stellar career at WrestleMania. Can she keep it up in WrestleMania Sunday? The other challenger, well, she's the woman that Io Sky took the title from, the Eradicator Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley wants her gold back. And he's the unpredictable badass. The Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker will defend his title on WrestleMania Sunday in a fatal four-way match. The Dogs will be out in Las Vegas. Welcome to the WrestleMania kickoff show.
Every legendary story has heroes and villains. In this game, it can be hard to tell which is which.
I think the fans can expect the unpredictable.
You think by now you'd know the whole story. This is just the beginning.
And you are looking live outside the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Thousands of fans are red hot today for the WrestleMania kickoff show. Hello! My name is Michael Cole, my partner here today, none other than Pat McAfee.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. That feels good. Thank you so much. Keep that energy for the rest of the weekend because we're about to kick off the greatest 3 days in the history of Sin City. Thank you for joining us. Let's get this thing started, Michael Cole.
Before we get going with our special guests here, I would like to wish, I understand that there is a birthday boy in the front row somewhere. His name is Nathan.
Happy birthday, Nathan.
We want to say happy birthday to Nathan here today. Are you guys ready for WrestleMania? Are you guys ready for SmackDown here at T-Mobile tonight? Are you guys ready for the Hall of Fame when we induct Triple H later on?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for NXT tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for the Countdown Show?
Yeah.
And are you ready for WrestleMania Saturday and WrestleMania Sunday?
Yeah. We are, Cole. We're ready. We're excited. We're jacked up. We're in Las Vegas, and magic is about to happen. And we're the luckiest dudes on earth that we get to be a part of this. And it would be nothing without the WWE Universe, you beautiful people from all around the globe coming out here to celebrate wrestling in the best community that exists on earth, the wrestling community. What a dream, what a joy, what a weekend, what a time.
And I cannot wait to be in the home of the Las Vegas Raiders Allegiant Stadium for WrestleMania.
Tom Brady owns that team. You called them the Los Angeles Raiders. They're the Las
old
Vegas
school.
Raiders. Allegiant Stadium is beautiful. It's going to be the perfect home for WrestleMania. In the stage has been set, and it goes all the way up to the roof. Biggest stage maybe in the history of Mania for the biggest Mania in the history of sports spectacles.
It is also going to be the home of a Sin City street fight, which means that anything goes. The only rules are you win via pinfall or submission. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the men involved in the Sin City street fight, none other than the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre.
Oh, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, drink it down, soak it in, Drew. That's a beautiful thing.
See what's happening? Everybody's starting to see the truth. They know Drew McIntyre always tells the truth, and these people get it.
Michael Cole, obviously you're a man that has called Drew McIntyre a hypocrite in the past. I didn't know if you had anything to clarify or any moments or words for why these people seemingly love, oh, Drew McIntyre. That's feel pretty good. That's feel pretty good. Anything to say about that, Cole?
Actually, before you start talking, Cole, because you're going to start lying in a second. Who all saw Drew McIntyre's PSA? All right, I've not had any more thank yous from the guys on the roster and WWE and everybody outside WWE. So apparently everyone's been listening, everyone's been on their best behavior. So I want to say thank you very much to y'all for listening and taking old Drew's advice.
Thank you, Drew.
Thank you, Drew.
I mean, there was a couple of things on the. Well, first of all, it's because when I talk, people actually care and listen, unlike Damian Priest. Yeah, the best comeback he's got is like, oh, Drew will say something on the internet. Yeah, Drew will say something on the internet. Then it'll go viral. Then Drew will go into an arena, 20,000 people, and they will listen. He'll stand in front of the kickoff show, first guy out WrestleMania weekend. Everybody listens. when Priest is in front of 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people, I can hear a kid in the fourth row say, "Mummy, Mummy, why's that man in the makeup dressed so strange?"
They say that?
I didn't hear
That's the difference between him and I. When I talk, people listen, and also, if anybody needs some help, I did bring deodorant, lad. Pass that around.
Happy birthday! Happy baby.
The one thing I do have to say is the hotel. There's some still people running around the hotel chasing the superstars. Somebody told me a story last night that someone ran up to The Undertaker with his young child. So we shouldn't do that. What do you think is going to happen? What did that person think was going to happen? You run up to The Undertaker. He turns around. He says, "Excuse me, young offspring of mine, step to the side. I would like to entertain this mark for being so polite right now." No, he'll punch you in your stupid face. So let's keep our manners and let's have a good weekend. Cole, start talking your BS.
Well, now that you bring it up,
Oh, Drew McIntyre.
Come on, Cole. It's not about get Michael Cole over. I'm the talent. Talk about me.
well, the guy's got my T-shirt on.
Okay, there's the one fan on planet Earth.
Okay,
Sorry, buddy. Wait. You deserve this.
Yeah, that's a good call.
so
Continue.
let's talk about WrestleMania last year. You won the World Heavyweight Championship. You held it for just over 5 minutes.
46 seconds.
When Damian Priest came down and cashed in Money in the Bank to take the World Heavyweight Championship from you. For the last year, you have obsessed over that moment. Are you going to finally get your retribution on Priest at WrestleMania?
Let's just clarify, it wasn't just that moment where Punk took advantage of the situation when my back was turned. Then Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank like he did something special. No, he took advantage of somebody who was attacked from behind, bashed in the face with a cast. Then he bashed me in the head with his briefcase. Then at Money in the Bank, I tried to fight fire with fire. The exact same thing happened. Then Priest tried to go out on his own and succeed. And unless he's with his little group, Rhea and friends, Judgment Day, whatever they were called, unless he's succeeding off my back every time I'm screwed and picking the bones, he doesn't know how to succeed without Drew McIntyre. So at Royal Rumble, when my back was turned, he thought, I could be relevant again. Let's get Drew. Threw me out.
Well, it was
They
Had one more
eliminated you.
chance at Elimination Chamber. I told the world the night before John Cena made everybody cry. Guys, he's a terrible human being. Trust me, I see him. He's going to do something terrible because I know the heel turn was just a matter of time before it came. Nobody listened.
Don't turn
when
your
Drew was
back.
telling
Don't
the-
turn your back. Pat, get in there and do something. Come over here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at WrestleMania, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight.
They wanted to fight, Cole. These people wanted them to fight.
Well, they're going to fight at
We're just a day
WrestleMania.
away.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, WWE is coming to Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, starting tonight. Catch the 2025 Hall of Fame ceremony tonight. Undertaker One Dead Man show tomorrow. The Roast to WrestleMania featuring Tony Hinchcliffe and friends Sunday, April 20th, and NXT this Tuesday, April 22nd. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Wow. Hot start, hot start.
And again, it's going to be exciting. Pat and I are so honored to be able to host the Hall of Fame ceremony later on tonight, 10 o'clock local on Peacock.
Yeah, 1 a.m. Eastern. I think you should stay up for it, celebrating the legends that built the company that is taking over the entire globe. The Hall of Fame ceremony tonight will be must-watch, and can't wait to enjoy and celebrate all the legends of the past.
Our next guest has become one of the most watched superstars on the planet today. He is the unpredictable badass. The dogs are out for the Intercontinental Champion, Bron Breakker.
The dogs are barking in Las Vegas. Yeah. Mr. Dog, good to see you, champ.
Hey, Bron. So,
Hell yeah.
Bron, this is a massive weekend for you.
Sorry, Cole.
You make your WrestleMania debut right here in Las Vegas. Considering your family's heritage, how important is this to you to be a part of your first WrestleMania?
Yes, you do, brother.
This is a really cool moment, not only for me defending the Intercontinental Championship this weekend, but my dad and my uncle wrestled right here at WrestleMania 9, Las Vegas.
You're in a fatal four-way. It's the first time in the history of WrestleMania that the Intercontinental Championship will be defended in a fatal four-way match. So I'd like to talk to you about your opponents. Let's first start with a man who has taken WWE by storm the past number of months. His name is Penta. Tell us about Penta.
Penta is an incredible talent. He's an incredible superstar. He's wrestled all over the world. We've seen what he can do in the ring. He's the X Factor. He's the guy in this match that I know the least about. But there is no amount of no fear that is going to save him from me.
Also in this match is the first ever Universal Champion, multi-time Intercontinental Champion. He's from Judgment Day, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor attacked me from behind last week on Monday Night Raw because he's too much of a coward to stand in front of me like a man. Now, I respect Finn Balor. I respect what he's done for this business. Former Universal Champion, multi-time Intercontinental Champion. He has championship experience, no doubt, going into this match. Finn Balor does suck. And I'm going to give him a super spear right in the center of that ring.
That's your answer there for Finn Balor. You got any more brain busters?
Well, the third member of this match, Dirty Dominic Mysterio from Judgment Day.
Dirty Dominic Mysterio, the only strategy that he should have coming into Sunday is to run away.
Now, with all that being said, Fatal 4-Way is not necessarily a favorable match for the champion. Your odds and statistics are only at like 25% to win going in a Fatal 4-Way. Have you thought about that at all? What is the Steiner math in your mind?
They say that all men are created equal. But if you look at this Fatal 4-Way match and the members that are in it, you will see that that statement is not true. See, normally, I'd have a 25% chance of winning. But I'm a badass, and that statement is not true. See, Dominic Mysterio knows that he can't beat me, so he's not even gonna try. So I've got a 50% chance of winning right out of the gate.
Okay.
Then you add Penta to the equation. Now Penta is an incredible superstar, but Penta is scared of me. He's scared of the dog. So he's got a 25% chance of winning at best. You add that to my already 50% chance of winning, I got a 62.5% chance of winning.
Yeah, you do.
Then you add Finn Balor to the equation. Now Finn Balor's record at WrestleMania is 1-3, which means he's got a 33.3% chance of winning. He's got a 66.7% chance of losing. You add that to my already 62.5% chance of winning, I got a 129.2% chance of winning.
Hey, that adds up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Intercontinental Champion, the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker.
The math adds up, brother. The math adds up. 122.
I still don't know how you get to 122%, but
129.2.
Fatal 4-Way in WrestleMania, Breaker, Penta, Balor, and Dirty Dom. Hey folks, WrestleMania After Dark, the official WrestleMania after parties taking place each night, including tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday at Live in Live Beach at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, the official host hotel of WrestleMania. 41 tickets on sale now via WrestleManiaAfterDark.com. We could head over there tonight after the Hall of Fame. Can you imagine? Do they still do disco and stuff? We can do the old...
Yeah, I don't think so, Cole. I think you'll get your ass laughed out of there, but I do know that when the WWE Universe takes over a club or a bar, it is electrifying, guaranteed.
WrestleMania After Dark. I mean, come on, Pat. I could see you in there. I mean, we have the Hall of Fame tonight. Go over and have a few brews after the show.
Maybe a little bit of vodka. Maybe a little tequila. Maybe a couple of ice cold beers. Maybe. Maybe we hang with the dude again.
You guys weren't invited.
What are these guys doing here?
Thank God for the new day.
Oh, y'all don't seem too happy to see us, huh? So what? We don't care. Matter of fact, y'all didn't invite us here, okay, which is messed up. Because we should have been the first people on the list in this kickoff.
And let's break it down. These two goons are out here talking about Hall of Fame.
We want E! We want E!
Then you should probably watch the pre-show because he's got his desk job over there.
Actually, it's a good show.
As I was saying, If they're going to be talking about Hall of Fame, you are looking at 2 future WWE Hall of Famers. And in reality, we should be inducted this year. Because what tag teams are even going in?
What tag teams? What the natural disasters? Earthquake and Typhoon?
Oh, Earthquake and Typhoon. How many tag team championship reigns did they have?
The answer is 1.
1. Now let's take a step further. Y'all tout Ric Flair as the greatest of all time because of how many world championship reigns he had. John Cena this Sunday is trying to beat Cody so that he can beat that number, and y'all tout him as the greatest of all time. Guess what? In the tag team division, we are not chasing that number. We are that number with 12 championship reigns.
Hey, do you people understand that after we beat the Viking Raiders at WrestleMania, we will have won the tag team championships for an unprecedented 13 times?
The War Raiders, guys. The War Raiders.
War Raiders.
They're Vikings, let's be real.
They're still Vikings, bro. What you see before you right now is greatness personified. Y'all should appreciate that.
Now, be honest with yourselves for once. When the New Day are not tag team champions, those titles just aren't interesting. It's a classic example of you all thinking that the titles make the man. But we are the example that the men make the titles. So when we win our titles again at WrestleMania for the 13th time and hold them above our heads, all of you ingrates here in Las Vegas, will have no choice but to fall to your knees, raise your hands to the sky, and scream out, "Right!"
Are we cutting off mics now? As we were saying, thank God!
That's a shame.
What happened?
That's a shame. I don't know why they would do anything like that.
What happened? It wasn't me. We didn't do it.
Now we're gonna say it right now.
What?
As we were saying, thank God for the...
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. You guys can cut my mic anytime.
Give me that mic.
Anytime you want to cut my
Thank God for the...
Oh, this is funny, right? No, hell no, man. Hey, y'all don't deserve
Every single way up. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. You did great.
Couldn't happen to it.
Everybody was really happy you guys came out here. That was great.
WWE World, presented by WWE and Fanatics Events, is here in Las Vegas this weekend until Monday. WWE World features immersive fan experiences, including live shows and podcasts. The WWE 2K25 tournament and the largest WWE superstar in WrestleMania history. You don't want to miss it. Tickets are on sale now via fanaticsevents.com/WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, kicking off WrestleMania Sunday will be the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Io Sky. Let's take a closer look at this rivalry.
My story's been a journey. My story's been a journey. My story's been a journey. I've known heartbreak.
Ain't love grand?
And I've known triumph.
From world of stardom to the top of the world.
Broken barriers.
For the first time, 2 black women have a title match in the main event at WrestleMania.
Shock the world.
Rhea Ripley's the women's champion.
Nine brothers.
Io Sky, Miss Money in the Bank.
Been first.
You can't spell WrestleMania without EST.
Being lost.
From #1 to winning the Royal Rumble.
Being the best.
one of the premier female competitors in the world.
Been made a fool.
Me and you, we're done.
Made mistakes.
See you at Mania, Bianca! Io Sky counter! Io Sky is the world champion!
But what I refuse to be is ignored. I haven't come this far to turn back now.
I've been down too many times to add up, but you would never see me hit the ground and not get back up.
I've earned my opportunity.
Only thing I know to do is keep going.
And I'm taking mine.
If they doubt you, it just means you gotta show them.
I was wrong to assume that you three could handle this like professionals. Therefore, at WrestleMania, Io Sky, you will defend the Women's World Championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in a triple threat match.
I didn't get to where I am by betting on anyone else.
I won't get to where I want to be by standing in the shadows. So I'm going to do what I've always done. Bet on myself. In the end,
All roads lead to WrestleMania.
and I will prove that I am. That I am.
That I am
The real
Women's
world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the contenders for the Women's World Championship, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley! Oh, you want them all to split my pants. I always wanted to do that.
That
Hello,
felt
Rhea.
so cool. That felt so. Mommy's here in Las Vegas.
You know what? I helped Pat out on his show today, the Pat McAfee show.
Let the children, please.
Rhea was on the Pat McAfee show earlier today on ESPN. It was a great visit. One of the things I did not bring up on that show is the fact that you have been a part of every WrestleMania since 2020. And one of the things we did talk about, and I want you to reiterate this again, how important it is for you, Io, and Bianca to kick off WrestleMania Sunday with the first match of the night.
They treated me like I'm the New Day or something. Come on, guys. As I was saying, it's extremely important because Bianca, Io, and I, we have gone through NXT together. We've gone through everything together, ups and downs, everything. And this is the new generation pretty much taking over. And this is what we've worked so hard for. But the thing is, in my mind, it was always going to be Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. And that's why I got so much of a problem here with Bianca. That's why I got to teach her a lesson. But you add Io to the mix, and it's going to be an absolute banger. I have respect for these women. I don't like them right now, but I have a lot of respect for them. And going into WrestleMania 41, Sunday, first match on the show, it's going to be absolutely incredible because Mommy is going to be your new Women's World Champion.
Rhea, does the triple threat rules, do you think that's going to help you in your quest to regain the title?
I mean, possibly.
Listen.
Oi, oi, oi! I mean, with the triple threat stipulation, yes, of course, it's very, very unpredictable, but I like unpredictable. Rhea Ripley is unpredictable. And yeah, I've never pinned Io, but I've pinned Bianca.
You certainly have, and you've pinned a lot of people, and you stack them up whenever you do it because you're so damn dominant. You are the Eradicator. You're an absolute beast, an anomaly from Australia. How does it feel going into this WrestleMania weekend without the title? You are the hunter as opposed to the hunted. Is there a different mindset going into the match because you're trying to get back what is yours as opposed to having it around your waist?
I'm gonna use one example. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39. I got nothing else to lose. I've already lost absolutely everything. I've got everything to gain. So I'm going in there with a different mindset. The Nightmare, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley is coming out, and she's coming out for blood.
Well, one of the women who are going to stand in your way is the EST of WWE. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bianca Belair.
I'm on my own, against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of crying, they hear me roar. And now I see that I'm way better than before. I never needed you at all. Think I fall down, I'ma watch you fall down. I'm living large now, I never needed you at all. Think I fall down, I'ma watch you fall down. I'm living large now, I never needed you at all.
Bianca, welcome. You have had an incredible career at WrestleMania. You main evented one year against Sasha Banks. It was an incredible match. You have taken over the world with your power, with your speed, your agility, and the way you carry yourself as a champion. You do have a problem coming into this match, though. That problem is the fact that you have never beaten Rhea Ripley. And the other problem is that you have a losing record against Io Sky.
Shut up, Cole, jeez.
So despite the fact that you won Elimination Chamber to earn this opportunity, many believe that you may be the underdog in this match. What do you think about that?
You know what, I've been... You know what, Cole? I gotta respect what you're saying because, you know, I feel like I've been speaking nothing but facts for the past couple of weeks. So I'll respect that because there's some truth to that. You know, I never have beaten Rhea Ripley. So as much as I have been complaining about it, I'm actually happy now that it is a triple threat. Because Rhea, you've been blaming me this whole time, and really you should just be blaming yourself. Because it could have been Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, but you were way too focused on me, and now all you've been doing is using me as a scapegoat of why you can't beat Io.
Oh.
So since you want to blame me so much at WrestleMania, I'm going to give her a real reason to blame me when I walk out as your WWE Women's World Champion.
Well, speaking of the Women's World Champion, she is here today. Please welcome Io Sky. So, Io, I know you were in the back listening to Bianca and Rhea go back and forth about one another, and it brings me to a point of this entire build-up to this WrestleMania match, the fact that you're the champion, but many have, well, looked at you as an afterthought in this match. Your thoughts about that?
You've never beaten me, Rhea. Bianca. 私はあんたのことを絶対に倒してみせる。二人ともまとめてだ。I will prove who am I. Io Sky is the Women's World Champion!
I believe that is all that's needed to be said. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll kick off WrestleMania Sunday. These three women are going to steal the show. Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley for all the marbles in Las Vegas.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for this.
Well, while they're out here, Pat, who's going to win? Come on, Pat, who's going to win?
The WWE Universe is going to win because when you have a match that has Rhea Bloody Ripley and the EST of the WWE and Io Sky in it, you got an instant classic brewing. So we all win, Michael Cole.
WrestleMania Kickoff is presented by Wingstop. Do not miss any of the action. Get flavor delivered to your door at wingstop.com. Wingstop, bring the flavor. Man, you guys have been an absolute incredible audience today.
Absolutely.
Please keep up the electricity tonight for SmackDown and, of course, later on for the Hall of Fame. We hope to see many of you there. Now, WrestleMania Saturday will set the tone for the entire weekend. Over 60,000 fans, both Saturday and Sunday, at Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. And whenever there's people that are maybe new to the WWE or new to professional wrestling, they know they have to watch WrestleMania. And on Saturday, when that thing kicks off, it might be their first time laying eyes on our beautiful world. And whenever they see it, they're going to fall in love immediately because this is the greatest sport in the entire planet Earth. And tomorrow, when WrestleMania kicks off, a whole new legion of fans join our beautiful community.
And all of you can explain to the world through your expressions and being vocal how much professional wrestling means to you guys being here in Las Vegas tomorrow. And we're actually going to kick off the show tomorrow night with, as main event, Jey Uso heads into the biggest match of his career. How many of you guys believe that Jey Uso has a chance to knock off Gunther tomorrow night?
They're saying yes, Cole. They're saying yeet, 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 we can do it.
There is one person that I believe would say no yeet. He is here tonight. He is the current World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring
General
Gunther. Champ?
Gunther?
We attempted to have a conversation on Raw Monday night before the WWE fans disrespected you and really hijacked everything. And you, many believe, lost control. And I think that's been a theme over the past couple of weeks. The fact that after you beat the hell out of Jay's brother Jimmy, and Jey changed his demeanor, that perhaps you're not in control of this situation.
I don't know what you see, and I don't know what those people see. Because I saw nothing in Jay's eyes. Jey is full of crap. Nothing changed. You two, you're just pundits. You know nothing about this business. I know it all. And I know there's no different side to Jey Uso.
You know we're both undefeated at WrestleMania.
I'm undefeated at WrestleMania. He's undefeated at WrestleMania.
But not everyone's undefeated at WrestleMania.
Listen up, if you don't shut your mouth right now.
I don't mean any disrespect.
But you are. Don't get me wrong. You're very disrespectful right now because you put me in a position right now in front of a big audience, in front of a bunch of degenerates out here, and you inflict that anything that Jey did had a big impact on me. I drowned his brother in his own blood. That had a big effect on Jey, but not on me.
You don't think you've changed at all since that moment when Jey Uso has basically come down and said, I ain't scared of you no more? That didn't flip a little switch of worry in that Gunther brain?
Do you think I look like it, huh? Do you think I'm scared?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome main event, Jey Uso!
Okay, Uso.
I've been waiting all week for tomorrow night, Gunther. They ready to see WrestleMania. But we ain't gotta wait for tomorrow night, Gunther. We can kick it off, set it off right now. Hey, hey.
It's security. I think you're in his head, Jey. I think you're in his head.
Man, he afraid, Pat. You know what I'm saying?
Sure sounds like
He
it.
afraid, Cole.
Sure looks like it.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, what up, though, Las Vegas? Y'all ready for WrestleMania? Y'all ready for a new World Heavyweight Champ? Because you're looking at him, and his name is Main Events Jey Uso. Hey, have fun this weekend. I can't wait to set it off tomorrow night. One time for the one time. 4 letters, 1 word.
Ladies and gentlemen, main event, Jey Uso. Let's yeet out of here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania Saturday kicks off tomorrow with Jey Uso, Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. But before we get there, SmackDown tonight, USA Network right there at the T-Mobile Center. Pat and I head over to the Hall of Fame. We'll host those events tonight. NXT tomorrow, Countdown Show tomorrow, WrestleMania all weekend long. Are you ready, partner?
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Have a great WrestleMania